Hi, I'm William with Total Pickleball. I'm here with Carlos from Head. Carlos, what do you do at Head?
Hi William, I'm the Global Product Manager for Head Footwear for tennis, paddle and pickleball. Here I am today to introduce you our new pickleball shoe, the Head Motion Pro Pickleball.
Now, why don't you start us off by talking about the inspiration, the approach to creating the Head Motion Pro?
So in the past, pickleball players were playing mostly with tennis shoes, court shoes, but we saw that there are differences on the movement pickleball compared to tennis. So we tested with more than 30 players in the US to see what's the differences and led us to this shoe.
Yeah, why don't you go into the specifics of what makes this shoe the way it is?
For example, something that we noticed when we were in the pickleball courts with the testers is that the wear of the shoe is different than tennis shoes. For example, here in the toe area, this part of higher abrasion in tennis shoes, while in pickleball, it was funny to see that the shoe gets wear all the way on the surroundings of the shoe. So we needed to reinforce it because durability is something really important for pickleball players. You stay on the court really long hours and you don't want your shoe to be finished after a few months. No?
So the outsole's kind of got a specific design setup for pickleball, which is great. What about some of the other features?
Another feature really important is the abrasion on the toe area. In pickleball, both in doubles and in singles, you slide a lot. So we needed to reinforce it, even a bit more than in tennis. Because like I said before, pickleball players stay on court much longer than tennis players. So durability was a key aspect of the shoe. Then another one that comes together with staying on the court really long hours is the comfort. For this we have our Dynafoam technology. It's a new midsole compound we are using. In the past we have a standard EVA, but this Dynafoam is made of small air cells. And this provides you better comfort, cushion, and also longer durability, so you can stay longer on court.
Now, when I'm on the court, I get really hot on my feet. It looks like there's a lot of ventilation on the shoe. Can you go into that?
Yeah, first on the upper, we have a really open mesh, so the air can go in and out. It's really open, but at the same time stable, because we have reinforcement from the inside. Something important to mention is our head cooling system, which is also in our other core footwear. We have a ventilated shank, bottom shank, which gives you stability, but at the same time there are holes and the air can go in and out, especially for these hot days where you want to be breathing on your feet as well.
When it comes to fit, something that's very important for me, the wide foot, what's the fit profile with this one?
The fit of the Motion Pro Pickleball is a medium to wide fit, especially on the toe box. So there's an extra room, so you will have enough space to move your toes around. The heel stays medium narrow, so you have a really nice heel lock, because it's really important for stability when you move sideways. But on the forefoot is medium to wide.
Now, I've seen a lot of people who play, they play for fun, and pickleball is a very fun sport. Why should I consider a court shoe versus just a running shoe or anything else if I'm just out there having fun?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you don't want to make a big investment when you start with any sport. On the other hand, you need to be careful with your health, because a running shoe or any lifestyle shoe might lead into injuries. So best is to go with a pickleball shoe, but if you start with a court shoe, it's already good enough. But in this case, we developed the pickleball shoe because it will cover all your needs on the sport. It will last longer, it will provide you more comfort as well. If you want to invest yourself and you're planning to play longer and longer, I think it's the best you can do to go for a bit more specific footwear.
Tiff and I just got done hitting in the shoes, and what impressed me, Tiff, first off was right out of the box, very, very comfortable ride in this shoe. The uppers flexing and moving nicely with my feet, and I was really impressed by the cushioning. This shoe offers a ton of really nice cushion under the heel and the forefoot, so it felt super plush for me. How about you?
Agreed. You can really feel that cushioning as well in the heel. I like this padded heel back here, so that's really comfortable. I also liked that I have a wider foot than you, foot type. You have a narrow foot type, and I thought that this shoe out of the box felt really generous, nice in the toe box, and oftentimes I have some struggles here in the midfoot when shoes are a bit too narrow. This one does narrow up toward the heel, but the support feature down here is low enough where I wasn't getting too much pressure on the sides of my feet, so comfortable fit right out of the box and loving the style too.
All right, so 2 thumbs up from us. Let's check in with some of the other testers.
First impressions with these shoes, I felt like they were very stable. We played some doubles in them. I felt moving side to side. The shoes were keeping my feet really locked in. The other thing I noticed with this shoe was the outsole. The outsole pattern is unique, and it also felt very grippy to me. I don't know if it's a combination of this court and these shoes, but it felt very sticky. I felt very sure-footed in these shoes. What do you think?
Well, I know you're a bit of a slider. You've got that youngness to you. You can dive into your shots and accelerate them out of them that way. I really, if I don't think about a shoe at all, that probably means I like it a lot. There wasn't really much thought I was giving to it. I feel very well supported. Obviously, I like a shoe that's a little more substantial, cushion underfoot. So I would say it was substantial, if not more than that. Traction, I would say, is on the grippy side. I'm gonna guess that some of this will wear off a little bit. The unibody design, it's pretty easy to slip into and get a locked in fit. I think I probably would use the empty eyelet, but overall, this is like a really good ride. Out of the box comfort, straight onto my feet, onto the court. I've really had no issues with this shoe other than enjoyment.
Brittany, I've got a wide, flat foot, so putting my foot into this shoe, there was definitely a lot of pressure on the sides. I had to open the laces up a bit here, but when I did that, I started to get a little bit of a loose ankle over here. So I used the eyelet in the back here to kind of snug that up. I experienced about a 15-minute break-in period where I really started to feel a lot more comfort here. Still a little tight, but it definitely loosened up. What'd you think?
So I have the opposite foot type. I have a very narrow foot. So as soon as I slipped the shoes on, I noticed that booty construction, which I'm a big fan of. I feel like it really helps my narrow foot stay kind of snug in the shoe and not move around. So I appreciated that. On one side though, the opening to the ankle can be a little bit bigger on booty construction. So I, like you, did use that last eyelet to get a snug fit even before I went onto the court to play test. So I didn't experience any slippage or any movement in my heel, which is appreciated. The other thing I wanted to note was that these shoes almost want to make you kind of roll up onto your toes when you're playing. So I noticed right at the start of our play test that I was almost wanting to kind of creep up onto my toes, which was a nice feeling. It kind of made me feel like I was ready to go. And at the kitchen, felt like I was leaning in a little bit more, maybe getting an extra inch if not. But overall, I think this first play test was a good start. I'm looking forward to hitting more.
If you want to get your next pickleball shoes, go to totalpickleball.com.